Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be working on an iPhone 7 Plus. Same thing as usual. We're going to go ahead and replace the screen on this one here. First of all, we'll start by shutting down the phone. Now I have the iPhone 7 Plus preheated already, so it's nice and warm. I have a heat pad, so if you guys use a heat gun, that's okay too. And then here we'll go ahead and take off the two pentalobe screws as usual. Almost the same as every iPhone. Go ahead and get that out of there. And like I said, guys, the screen's already warm, so the waterproofing is pretty soft and loose. Again, if you guys don't have a heat pad, you can always use a heat gun. Just go around the border of the phone. I'll go ahead here and get my Sesamo and try to get in between the gap of the frame here. Just loosen it up. Just work my way around with this pick. Loosen up the clips and the adhesive around the phone. And then I'll just loosen up the top and open her up. This is what we got, guys, the inside of an iPhone 7 Plus. So we have a shield down here, 4 screws, Y-tip screws. So we'll go ahead and take that out. That one's loose for some reason. So we'll go ahead and unplug the battery. That's the battery right there. So unplug that. Then we'll go ahead and take off the 3 screws that hold down the earpiece on top. Earpiece, microphone, and proximity sensor. Same thing, 3 wide tip screws. Just go ahead and unscrew those there. Go ahead and take away the bracket and start to unplug these cables. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 cables. Just pop that out of there, get that out of the way. That's what the back of the iPhone 7 Plus looks like, guys. So we'll go ahead and take off the front earpiece, proximity, and microphone. It's held down by a couple screws and a shield here, so we'll just go ahead and unscrew this and get that off. Take off the bracket there, lift up the camera and remove the speaker. Now this cable is held down by some double-sided adhesive, so what you want to do is you want to heat that up too a bit. Get some isopropyl on my tweezers as well. Just kind of get under this cable here and just loosen it up. And then just working my way down. I'm gonna grab a little knife, nice and sharp, easier to get in between. Just to get it off the frame there. Get under the adhesive. Once you get a little gap, then I can just come on in and just start loosening everything up. Just slowly work your way around there. And then just slowly just wiggle it off. Give it a couple wiggles and it will come off, just like that. There you go, guys. Front selfie camera, mic. Down here, we have a home button with a bracket that's held down by 4 Y-tip screws. We'll go ahead and remove this as well. We'll take that clip off there and unplug the cable here. Same thing with the home button. Heat it up a bit. Just find something to get under. Just slowly wiggle it off. And then it just comes out the front. That's the whole screen there, guys. So we'll go ahead, show you the new screen here. And then we're going to do everything in reverse. Get the home button. Let it come through the front. Seat it in its place. Just kind of line it up there. Make sure it's nice and flush. Once it's nice and flush, then you can go ahead and proceed to plug that cable back in. This cable, sometimes with these aftermarket screens, it could be a little tricky to line up, so just take your time there and don't force the cables, just in case you might damage it. Just gonna slowly try to work it into place. As you can see, I'm having a pretty tough time, but just take your time. If it's not working, then just maybe try to readjust it a little bit. Sometimes not everything just works out perfectly, so when you get into a situation like this, you want to just slowly take your time and readjust yourself if you have to. Don't get frustrated, guys. These things get damaged really easily, so just take your time and kind of plug it in. There we go. So I got it in there. Just gonna put the bracket back on and put our wide tip screws back in. If you guys are new to this channel and you're watching this and you find this helpful, feel free to hit the like and subscribe, guys. I'm trying to come up with new content every time. Trying to make better videos, more crisp, more in-depth. If you guys have any comments or questions, just feel free to leave in the comments. So now we'll go ahead and move up here. Put our front selfie camera, proximity sensor, mic back in. Two little notches on the bottom there, you can line it up and then just slowly fit everything back into place. Make sure it's nice and flush. We'll go ahead and put our speaker earpiece back on. And then we'll wrap the selfie camera around and put our bracket back on. And then we'll go ahead and get these screws and screw them back into place. If it feels like I'm going too fast, guys, feel free to slow it down, rewind it. I try to get in as much detail as I can so you guys can see exactly what's going on. That way when you're fixing the phone, you know exactly what to look out for. And we'll just go ahead and put these screws back in, guys. If you guys are still watching, thank you. Hit the like. Feel free to follow me. I'm doing these videos while I'm at work, guys. Just cut more screws there and then we're good to go. Should be the last one there. So there we go, guys. Now everything's all back together. We're just gonna go ahead and plug everything back in, these three cables. I like to start off with the top cable first. Just makes it a lot easier. I'll bend it a little bit just so when I try to lay it down flat, it kind of works into its spot there, just like that. Now I'll go ahead and plug in the home button cable and the LCD. Make sure everything's nice and flush. Go ahead, plug the power button, or the battery back in, sorry. And then we'll turn it on and see how it goes. There she is, guys. So we just give it a second. Wait for it to boot up. Thank you for watching my video, guys. Feel free to hit the like button. I know I keep saying that, but I do it for you guys. So we're just gonna touch the touch real quick. Nothing too serious. I know these screens are pretty good. So then we'll go ahead and start putting the shield back on. put the screws back in. There was that one loose screw on the corner, the big long one. I'm not sure why it's like that. Maybe it was just loose. I don't think that one goes there. Yep, that one goes there. And we'll go put the final screw back in. And then we'll go ahead and put the top shield back in. That holds down the front camera selfie. Sometimes these ones, they're not magnetic. I think it's, was it the iPhone 8 Plus or this one? It gets a little tricky sometimes, so you might have to line it up. But these ones are sticking, so these are the wide tips, guys. So we'll go ahead, line up the top, make sure it's nice and flush, and we'll go ahead and clamp everything back into place. And then we'll go ahead and put our 2 bottom screws back in. And that's it, guys. That's how you replace the screen on an iPhone 7 Plus. Make sure that's nice and tight. Perfect, guys. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys again for watching. Hope it was helpful. Hit the like and subscribe. Follow me, guys. I'm trying to come out with as much content as I can. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.